Welcome back to Kaulignation, your one-stop shop for all things Kaulig Racing, Dingernation, SVGNation, and all things NASCAR. I'm Sean. Thank you for joining me on this Sunday evening. It's time for the NASCAR Cup Series playoffs. The regular season is in the rearview mirror. The playoffs are in front of us as we get ready to start next weekend at Darlington, starting with a bang. Big shout out to our channel sponsors, Lynn over at SVGNation, Alex over at Dingernation, and a thank you to all of our patrons that subscribe for our bonus content over on Patreon, patreon.com/Kaulignation. The link is in the description below. All right, let's dive into what we're covering in this video. We're going to talk about the playoffs. We're going to preview them a little bit, talk about SVG's oval game improving, continued to show that last night on the Super Speedway. But the main topic, the meat of this video, is Ram and Kaulig coming together with a historic new NASCAR deal. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is only the first steps of this deal. We're going to talk about all that and more in this video. But our multiple choice question for this video is, do you think SVG could run truck races next year in a Ram with Kaulig Racing if Chevy allows them to do so? There's 5 road courses in the truck series. They're going to want to be building a notebook in the truck series for how to run on all these tracks. I think AJ and SVG are legitimate possibilities to run down there on select races for them. Again, if Chevrolet allows SVG to run in a Dodge, or rather a Ram. Comment down below if you think he could run some truck races reuniting with Kaulig Racing. Yes and or no, and feel free to give your reasons why. Also, an announcement right off the top, and it's a big one. We have created a new subsection to the channel. The channel's name remains Kaulignation, but the subsection is named Rammin is Racing. The title is obviously inspired by the Kaulig Racing and Ram deal in the truck series. It will likely become a much bigger deal in the near future, or the not so distant future rather. But this has been in the works for a couple of months. Ryan and I have been discussing how we can cover all-encompassing NASCAR to appeal to a broader audience, to cover more SVG, to cover more NASCAR, to cover NASCAR the game and not just stay so Kaulig-centric. And this is what we've come up with. Ramming is Racing. You'll see 2 different styles of thumbnails on the channel that'll give you an idea on what we're covering. But we're also introducing a brand new podcast that will not just be focused on Kaulig and Trackhouse, but will be focused on any news that comes out of the Kaulig and Ram deal, as well as all things NASCAR, if it's worth talking about, including the NASCAR game coming out. That podcast, every other episode, will air right here on YouTube, with the alternating episodes exclusively on Patreon. So if you don't want to support us on Patreon, you will still get half the episodes. But if you like the podcast and like what you hear, you'll be able to get full access to the entire catalog over on Patreon. Again, patreon.com/Kaulignation down in the comment section below. Let's dive into this. Kaulig Racing, Matt Kaulig, Chris Rice, Ty Norris, they make a historic deal with Tim Kaniskis and the Stellantis guys and Ram. And we don't know the exact term of the deal, but it's believed to be in and around a decade long. And Matt Kaulig made an announcement that caught even us off guard. If you follow the channel, you know we've been all over this story for a couple of months. We've been trying to follow it. You'll notice that they hinted at certain things that we've discussed very publicly here on the channel, which is, it's nice to get a few things right and not look like complete idiots. But let's dive into it. They're going to run 5 trucks out of the gate. We were speculating on if they could do 2 Cup cars, 2 Xfinity cars, and 2 trucks. That made sense to us. And then Eric Estep speculated maybe they might even go down to 1 Xfinity car. Well, then they make this historic announcement that they're going to run 5 trucks, and all 5 trucks will compete for the Owners' Championship, meaning all 5 trucks will be full-time. Now, that doesn't mean they're all going to have full-time drivers. I suspect one of these trucks is absolutely going to be used as an all-star truck, maybe even 2, but I suspect that it'll be 1 all-star truck and 4 full-time drivers. With one of those drivers believed to be Daniel Dye, whose father helped sort of bring all the sides together. They announced it at his Ram dealership not far from Daytona International Speedway. And just what a historic announcement. And to be clear, This Kaulig Racing and Ram deal is fully factory backed, 100% deals that you just don't see in the sport of NASCAR in any division anymore. And not only are they going to factory back all 5 trucks, they are funding all 5 trucks. Kaulig does not need to worry about sponsorship. They just need to go out there and hire the drivers that they think, one, are a fit for their pipeline to develop drivers that can make their way up through the NASCAR series, but 2, also be able to challenge for wins and build the program up down in the truck series without having to worry about, does this guy have funding or does that guy have funding, a topic that dominates the sport of NASCAR in this day and age. And to me, that's wild. But what's even more wild, that's not just for 1 year or 2 years. That's for the duration of the deal, which could be upwards of 10 years long. This is a monumental announcement that not enough people are paying attention to and really changes the shape of how business is done in NASCAR. I'm not saying that other manufacturers are going to replicate this deal. If Honda gets in, maybe they do something similar. But this is a deal that sounds almost too good to be true, and yet here it is, and it appears to be true, which is just, it's incredible. Ryan and I were both shocked by the news. Thank you to everybody who came out to our live stream reaction of it. If you're looking to see the press conference, I don't think it's up anywhere else but our channel now, and you can watch it on our channel actively. If you go to the live tab, click on it, you'll find it there, and you'll be able to hear the announcement with Matt Kaulig, the Ram representative, Chris Rice, and Ty Norris, and obviously we add in our commentary as well. But you can find that on our channel now. 5 trucks, fully funded, fully factory backed, and will operate separately from the other 2 teams from now. Chris Rice also sort of revealed that, yeah, they're going to stay in Welcome, North Carolina, at least for now. And those were his words, too, for now. But they're also looking at other properties in the area. And we had speculated, and not just speculated, but we were basically past a tip about a month ago, maybe a little more than a month ago now, that Kaulig Racing might be looking at a new shop. Here, Chris Rice already mentioned in that press conference, they're already busting at the seams with everything they have in their shops. There is no room to construct 5 trucks in their shops as is. So make no mistake, Kaulig Racing is going to add a 3rd shop, and they're going to have to do it in a hurry. Now, Ty Norris mentioned the firewalls that'll go up, a.k.a. Chevy's not going to want Dodge getting their information. Dodge isn't going to want Chevy getting their information. The problem I have with this is they also mentioned they're going to hire 50 to 60, maybe even 70 new employees, which you're going to need to. And you already have to have a leg up on that. You can't be starting from scratch now. So it's wild what's happening, but you can have the trucks in a completely separate shop from the Xfinity cars and the Cup cars. But at the end of the day, the guys at the top of the totem pole are still Matt Kaulig, team owner, Chris Rice, team president, and chief business officer, Ty Norris. And they'll have access to all that stuff. So it's in the best interest for the team once Dodge is ready to return to the Cup Series, which we already know Tim Kaniskis said that they're aiming at 2027, could be 2028, but they're hopeful for 2027. Clearly, they're willing to be aggressive when they put 5 trucks out there on the field. Make no mistake, I know they were saying all the right things yesterday. A couple of slip-ups, one by Matt Kaulig. Matt Weaver had a great article. It's interesting because there's already different reporters suggesting different things. It was suggested to us that, you know, they didn't get the impression that they might be changing from one reporter, and yet you read Matt Weaver's article. Like, look, having 2 OEMs is not a long-term solution. Make no mistake, Kaulig Racing will find themselves in a Dodge camp. By the way, they will be the only Ram team in the Truck Series. All of Ram's support goes to Kaulig Racing in this historic deal. Also, Daytona, an exciting Cup race last night. I loved it. It offered more than what we've seen in a while, although I think some convenient place cautions helped them turn away from that fuel-saving mode. SVG comes in 16th place last night. A radically better finish for him, which is great for him. It's great for the team. It's great heading into the playoffs. 14th in Richmond, 16th at Daytona. That's the right momentum you want building up for round 1. Can he advance past round 1 is the question. Ryan and I are recording later tonight. We haven't decided if the first episode of Rammin is Racing will be a live episode or a recorded episode. Right now, I'm leaning towards recorded, but we're recording for that tonight. We're recording for Patreon tonight, and all that much more. A ton of content coming this week. Stay tuned. Like, comment, subscribe. Look, just slashing that thumbs up button. It takes 2 seconds. Even if you're watching this on a TV, and statistics say more of you are watching us on TV than any other device, take a second, pick up your phone, subscribe to the channel, click the thumbs up, leave a comment. We would love to engage with SVG fans, Kaulig fans, Ram, Mopar, and Dodge fans, NASCAR fans in general. We're here to engage with you and grow this community. Again, to get bonus content, to get access to our exclusive Patreon podcast, Kaulig and Trackhouse Nation, you have to go over and sign up at patreon.com/Kaulignation. The link is in the description below, and you'll be able to catch every other episode of Rammin is Racing over on our Patreon as well. We will see all of you in the next video.